Okay, friends, I have a confession to make. I made a huge GLP-1 camping mistake yesterday.
Wait, where are you anyway?
We are traveling in Minnesota. We are having a blast going to a lot of the Minnesota parks. They're
Actually,
beautiful.
I just meant, are you in the van?
Oh, yes,
Uh,
I am in our Embassy RV Ford Transit van. We've been traveling since the last week in May, and it is, I don't know, what is it? Today is July 14th. So we've been traveling for a lot of weeks, and we've been trying really hard to not gain weight while on vacation. Now, I am lucky I get to take a GLP-1. I'm not so lucky that I have type 2 diabetes, but my GLP medication, Mounjaro, has been really helpful for me. Right before I left on this trip, I've lost 42 pounds. My A1C is 5.6, which is like a normal healthy person, which is exciting for me. And I used to have stage one non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, reversed, don't have it anymore. Manjaro's been crazy helpful for me. And I used to have really painful knees, so it'd be hard for me to go on hikes, especially going up hills because I have a hard time with stairs. Not anymore. My knees don't hurt anymore. I can do stairs. I can do hills. So it's been really helpful being on this medication. And I was hoping to lose weight on this trip instead of just maintaining. This is the third time Jeff and I have traveled in our Embassy RV van this year. Well, in this last 12 months. We went on a fall trip that was 6 weeks. And in that 6 week fall trip, I think I only gained 1 pound, which for me is fantastic.
Great, on a vacation.
On a vacation. Because usually if I'm gone for a week, I gain at least 5 pounds. The worst I've done in a week is 11 pounds in 1 week. Ah! So it's been a challenge for me. But the vacation in the fall, I only gained 1 pound. Then we went on a 7 week vacation. We went to an Embassy RV meetup in Ocala, Florida, and a Peace, Love, and Vans meetup. And so we were gone 7 weeks, really traveling around the southern part of the United States and then all the way up to North Carolina. Had a blast. When we came home, I lost a pound. I was so excited. This time, we've been
Wait
gone
a
for a
minute.
long time.
If you graphed it, we should lose 2 pounds on this trip.
Maybe. Oh, so I was hoping. So this time I was like, you know what? I really like to lose weight on this trip. See if I can do it. And we've been doing okay. Jeff doesn't take a GLP-1 and he doesn't have diabetes.
But I do have food noise.
Yes, but he does have food noise. And it's been helpful for him because he's kept off at least 30 pounds while I've been losing as well. So we've been trying together to eat healthier. That's one thing that's really nice about traveling in an Embassy RV is we have a really big refrigerator and a big freezer. So before I leave, I always pre-cook a bunch of healthy meals, and then I freeze them into little packets, and then I fill the refrigerator and freezer with the frozen food, and then we eat the stuff out of the refrigerator first that's thawing. Anyway, so we've been trying, but we also eat out as well. Now, one of the ways that we travel, we don't really, unless we're going to a meetup, and we did go to the summer Embassy RV meetup in Indiana, had a blast. So that we knew we were going to be there. But the rest of the time, we just fly by the seat of our pants. We don't know where we're going to spend the night. We don't know exactly where we are going.
Hey, let me see those pants.
They're
Okay.
wild pants
Okay.
too. They're wild, kind of like the way that we travel. And we've been staying at a lot of campgrounds. We went to Upper Michigan. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you've not been to Upper Michigan, you need to go.
The Upper Peninsula.
The Upper Peninsula of Michigan so gorgeous, very, very cool. And we are going to be heading up to northern Minnesota here pretty soon. And we've been staying in the campgrounds in Minnesota, also so much cooler than where we're from, which is Arizona, in the desert of Arizona. They've had a few days at 117-degree heat. So all these days where it's just in the 70s or low 80s, it's just been heaven here.
It has been more humid.
Yeah, but it is humid. We don't have the
trade-off.
humidity. It is a trade-off. Well, we stayed at a campground this last week, and it was wonderful in Minnesota. And we are going to some of the campgrounds that are on Lake Superior, and they're more full. I wasn't able to get a last minute reservation for last night, which is a Sunday night. So we were looking.
Because it was a weekend.
Because it was a weekend.
And those camps are in high demand on the weekends.
Yeah, the ones that are on Lake Superior. So I needed to use a Harvest Host for Sunday night. And I looked on my Harvest Host, and I was looking to be someplace near Duluth, Minnesota, which is on Lake Superior, and on the tip. And a lot of Harvest Hosts will let you do same-day reservations, but some need at least 24 hours notice. And there are two breweries in Duluth, but both of those breweries, they need at least 24 hours notice. So I couldn't stay at the breweries, which we do love. Jeff and I usually get a flight of beer so we can taste a lot of different samples of their homemade beers. That's kind of fun for us. But we couldn't do that. And I looked and looked, and I found a place that took same-day reservations as a Harvest Host. Yes,
did?
I did.
And what was that place?
Oh my gosh, it was a big GLP-1 camping mistake. But that place was called Kismet Sweet Spot. And it is the largest candy store in Minnesota.
That's like Temptation City.
Oh my gosh, it was a huge temptation.
The Journey of Life says, hey, Gina.
Hi.
And hello, Jeff.
And did you say Journey of Life or Roads of Life?
Journey of Life.
Journey of Life. Hey, thank you for showing up. And if you guys have any questions, just let me know, because I'll answer camping questions as well as Mounjaro or GLP-1 questions as well while I do my live here. But anyway, we went to Kismet Sweet Spot. Now,
wait, who chose that spot?
I did.
Wait, did I choose it?
Well, you were excited about it. You said, yeah, let's do it. And
well, you say, hey, want to stop at the biggest candy store in Minnesota? Kind of catches your ear.
Oh my gosh. And now you need to know, if you use Harvest Host when camping, it is the most phenomenal app. You pay about $100 a year. I don't know. We got in early. We got grandfathered in. I think we just pay $79 a year. But I think the maximum is around $99 a year.
We should find out the details.
We should find out that exactly. And this is 2025. So if you're watching this on replay, 5 years from now, it may be different. But in 2025 in the summer, it's not more than $100 for a year for Harvest Host. And we have
not looked it up, Gina. So
it's been a while.
Let's look it up again so we have the current number.
All right. Well,
and you can do that too, of course.
Right. So the way it works is it's an app on your phone, but you pay a yearly fee to have this app. They have, I don't know, thousands and thousands of places that you can stay for free that are Harvest Hosts.
That includes
farms, breweries, wineries, museums, golf
courses,
really fun
Candy
places.
stores.
Candy stores.
Apparently.
And Jeff said, let's stay at some place we've never stayed at before. Because we've done a couple of wineries now, which we absolutely love. And we've stayed at quite a few breweries, which are really fun too. We've stayed at a museum. We've stayed at a golf course. But we have not ever stayed at a big candy store before. Imagine that. Now, when you stay at a Harvest House, yes, you get to sleep in their parking lot for free.
Inside your van or
Inside
RV.
your van or RV. Yeah, you're not going to,
Not
just
on
lay
the
down
ground,
on the
sleeping
cement.
bag.
Yeah. You'll stay in your RV and you can stay for free. However, for the Harvest Host, the people who own the app, they're the ones who get the money, and they keep the app updated and run it for the subscriptions. Yet they don't receive any of that money. They do it for free advertise or for the advertising that they get through the app, with the hopes and the expectation that if someone spends the night in their parking lot, they will spend money at their location. And there are some churches too, and we have stayed in some church parking lots, but if you stay at a church or a nonprofit, then the expectation is you would give a $30 donation or more, and then you get to stay in their parking lot for free. Well, for the donation.
Right.
But if you are staying, you don't even have to drink beer at a lot of breweries. They'll have food. You could drink water and eat food there. Same thing with a lot of the wineries also have restaurants. So the expectation is you're going to spend at least $30 at any location that you go to.
So did we spend $30 at the big candy store?
Well, it was funny. I was thinking, geez, $30, that's a lot of candy. I can't imagine $30 of candy. So I even texted my kids. They're adults, but my adult kids, and said, hey, we're spending the night at Minnesota's largest candy store. What's your favorite candy? Thinking this would be a good idea that we could get, especially for my son who's taking care of our house, that we could bring back presents. And I thought, well, maybe, we could do $30 worth of candy at presents, but boy, that's a lot of candy. Did we spend $30, Jeff?
I was asking you that question.
Oh my gosh. We walk in, they make homemade fudge there. And
now, wait a minute.
Sampled some of the fudge. They had free samples.
I was going to resist the fudge. And you went over to the fudge and said,
you didn't tell me you were going to resist the fudge.
Can I have a sample of this? Oh, and okay, now can I have a sample of that? And can I have a sample of this other?
And did you eat samples of all the flavors too, Jeff?
When Adam was tempted by Eve, why did she do that? This is okay. It's not the exact same analogy, but you tried out the samples, and if you're trying out samples, I'm gonna try.
Oh yeah, and it's so funny. I don't think we did try every flavor. I think all 4 flavors we tried for, Jeff said, yeah, we'll take a square of that. We'll take a square of that. Yep, that was really good. We'll have a square of that.
Well, I don't know if anybody else feels this way. But if you just stand there in front of the fudge place and they're trying to deal with other customers, and you just say, okay, here, just give me a sample of every single one of these.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I'm done now. I'm full. I find that to be kind of rude. But the ones that, if your goal from trying those samples was to figure out which ones you like the best so you can buy one, then I kind of feel an obligation. But in any event, I could have resisted if you hadn't taken samples.
All right, but I had the samples. So we got $20 worth of fudge, because the 4 hunks of
$6
fudge
each, or $5 each.
Yeah, so we ended up with $20 worth of fudge, and then they just had aisles and aisles and aisles of candy that I have not seen since I was a kid. All kinds of candies.
Oh, Journey of Life, by the way, says, just a couple of adults who are internally 9 years old with money in a candy store.
And they take charge cards too.
Yes,
God, it was terrible. isn't there a saying that it's like a kid in a candy
Yes.
store? We were like two grown kids in
Oh,
a candy store with plenty of money.
The funny thing also is they have music playing while you're shopping, and they have a playlist, and it's like every song that mentions the word candy, like I love candy. And then there's anyway, but a whole bunch of those. And who can make a sunshine?
Yeah, they did that one too.
So it's the perfect place to go and music to listen to while you're shopping for candy. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Let me hear more about this GLP-1 mistake while camping.
So we got the candy that our kids wanted, warheads and
I never heard of
lemon
warheads.
something.
Yeah, lemon heads.
Lemon heads. It was funny. Yeah, both of our kids like things with the word head in it. So I got the head candies, and we found some candies that we haven't had in a long time too. When we checked out, it was $53. $53 in candy. Oh my gosh. But we bought
But wait a minute. We are not eating $53 worth of candy. We are also bringing some as presents to the kids for, take care of our house, or just, because we love them.
Yeah.
We're going to give them some candy.
Now, this is why this is a GLP-1 camping mistake.
Why is it?
Number one, I should have looked a little farther. That's a big temptation to go to a candy store.
Yes.
There was
a red flag right there.
There was a Walmart 5 miles away that we went past after, and actually it was a very nice, quiet spot. Staying in the candy parking. It was very quiet. We were the only vehicle there when they closed it.
And you know what? They were so friendly, and they had such selection. We would highly recommend them, but maybe not to people who are trying
to lose
weight with a GLP-1 or having diarrhea, etc.
Yes. So it was a very nice, quiet spot, but I could have looked on my RV Parky app, and there was a Walmart 5 miles away. We went to that Walmart in the morning.
And they had a number of RVs in the parking lot.
There was a bunch of RVs in the parking lot. So there was free camping there. We went to a Planet Fitness in Duluth. Oh my gosh, and it's a gorgeous
because we are members.
Fitness.
We pay a monthly membership.
Yeah, which I highly recommend if you're camping. For 25, this is still 2025. So if you're watching this years from now, in the summer of 2025, it's only $25 a month for a Black Card membership of Planet Fitness.
Why the Black Card membership?
The Black Card membership means that you get special things. Number one, they have massage chairs and stuff. So nice. And number two, you can use any Planet Fitness in the United States of America.
Instead of just the one in your neighborhood.
Instead of just the one in your neighborhood. It's less if you use just your local one. I think then it's like $15 a month. But for $25 a month, you can use any Planet Fitness anywhere in America.
And you can exercise.
Yeah.
And you can get a hot shower.
Nice hot shower.
Yeah.
So if you're camping, especially this really good van life recommendation, you want the Planet Fitness because not only is it $25 a month, you can bring one guest with you for free every time you walk through the door.
Who's your guest? Yeah. Call on me.
Yeah, Jeff's my guest. And now your guests can't do the massage chairs and stuff unless they get their own Black Card membership.
But you know what? I don't care because I don't want a chair massaging me.
No. He doesn't like massage chairs. I love them. Jeff doesn't. So I carry the membership for $25 a month, and Jeff is my guest. So we can shower all across America and exercise all across America for $25 a month. You can't beat it.
And you know what? We like to stay at campsites if we can that have a shower and flushing toilets and all that. And actually, the last campsite we went to had that. But they had a plumbing issue. So they were closed. They closed the showers. So I was really hoping to get a shower this morning, and we did. And Journey of Life says, I never realized how many candies had the name head in it until now.
Yeah.
Airheads is another
And I
one.
got an airhead too. Watermelon airhead. God dang it. Now, the watermelon airhead, was one of my mistakes while on the GLP-1. And it's important to know for anyone else who's taking GLP-1s. I have some friends who say they take Mounjaro and it hasn't affected their appetite, and they're not losing weight on it, though it's helping them with their A1C, but they're not losing weight on it. Here's the thing where it's a mistake. It depends what you're eating, and it really depends. So I thought, well, I'm not doing too bad. I got a watermelon airhead. Oh my gosh, only 60 calories. And it was like a stick this big, but it was thin. And it only had 60 calories to eat the whole stick. So I thought, 60 calories, that's not a big whoop. So I ate that. I was so hungry. Eating it bypassed my Mounjaro. Eating it made me so hungry. I was foraging through our pantry and through the refrigerator. Jeff hid the candy, and I was looking for it because I was like, "Oh my God, I need more candy." And Jeff looks like he's fallen asleep, but I'm still so hungry. And I also bought a box that had Smarties in it, and the Smarties only have 25 calories in with the little Smartie little tablet things, only 25 calories in one little thing of Smarties. And I thought, oh, where did Jeff put these? And so I started going through stuff while Jeff was sleeping because I didn't want to wake him up because I wanted some Smarties. I'm like, I could use another 25, 50 calories worth of Smarties, and I couldn't find them. But I was like digging through the van like crazy because I was so hungry. It brought back my food noise. Even though the candies that I chose, other than the fudge, which we haven't eaten, I don't even know where he put the fudge either. But
by the way, I didn't hide it just for you. I also hid it from me
to put it out of sight. Yeah, he did a really good job, you guys.
That's another thing. If you can keep something that you're tempted by out of sight, that helps it to stay out of mind and out of mouth.
Yeah. But I mean, seriously, it was like all my food noise came back, which is one thing that Mounjaro really helps you with, is it makes you not think about food anymore. I mean, I still enjoy eating food. Food still tastes good to me, but I don't think about food all the time. Sometimes I forget to eat lunch and I go, oh my gosh, it's lunchtime. But Jeff will remind me because he's not on a GLP-1, and he'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm starving, Gina. It's almost 2:00. And I'll be like, wow. And we haven't eaten yet. And I'll be like, okay, well, I'll heat something up for us or whatever, or let's go get something, we can eat now.
Who has been
but I'll
making
forget
most
about
of the meals in the van?
Well, I pre-cooked them
Yeah, I
at
know.
home, and you're heating them up for me.
Prepare them.
Yes. Yes.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yes, thank you, Jeff. But anyway, once I had the Smarties and the Airhead, I just wanted more and more and more. And I couldn't I never got that full sensation of, oh, I'm too full. Now, I'm going to tell you, not everything is like that. This morning, we went out to breakfast, a really fabulous place. If you go to Duluth, what's the name of the place? It has a big cursive B on the building, and the place starts with the B, but it only shows a cursive B on the building.
I would look it up on my phone, but I am using my phone to record this.
Shoot. Well, if we'll look it up and we'll put it in the comments. But good. Oh my gosh, they make everything from scratch. I've not eaten there for
lunch. And our server, Sean, did a great job.
He did. He was so attentive, and he kept giving us nice refills on our coffee and checking up on us. And he was really friendly, really good server.
We split one of the meals.
Yeah. So
and they brought it out on 2 separate plates for us, which was so nice.
For us, which was so nice.
A lot of places will not.
Yeah, usually they'll just hand me a second plate that's empty and we have to split it, but they even split it for us. And we split a breakfast, but it had 2 pancakes, so we each had a pancake, 2 sausages, we each had a sausage, and a little bit of hash browns for each of us, and 2 eggs. So we each had an egg. And now pancakes, you put syrup on it, so there's sugar, and pancakes are very carby. But because I was eating the egg, I always eat the egg first because it has a lot of protein in it. So I start with my protein.
And the sausage.
And then I had the sausage and a little potatoes. And then I went over to have some of my pancake. I couldn't finish it. I only ate half a pancake and then I stopped. And did I want anything more? No. I was satisfied. And that was the Mounjaro kicking in. So last night, still
By the
on
way,
the same week, because
part of
it's
my
at the
job.
end of the week. Because today is day 7. It's time for me to I'm going to give myself my shot in a few minutes here. So yesterday, I could have thought, oh, well, it's day 6 of Mounjaro. My Mounjaro's worn off. No, because when I ate breakfast this morning, I stopped. I didn't finish my pancake. I was full. I was satisfied, and there was just no way. And I wanted to. It was pancakes made from scratch. It was not from a box mix. It was scratch. It was so good, so thick, fluffy, a little bit crispy on top. Oh, I mean, just the perfect ideal pancake there. And I couldn't finish it. Um, uh, if I had not been on Mounjaro, I would have eaten every last bite. I still probably would have split the breakfast with Jeff, but I would have eaten every bite. And I still left a teeny bit of my hash browns and half of my pancake because I couldn't finish it because I was very, very full. And that was my Mounjaro kicking in. But eating the candy where it was pure sugar, the watermelon airheads and the little 25 calorie Smarties. And then I had a bite of Jeff's, I don't know,
Chicka stick.
I had about a piece this big of his Chicka stick, and then he got a Fifth Avenue bar, and I asked for a bite of that because I hadn't had one of those since I was a kid, and so I had just maybe this much of that, and then 4 samples of fudge.
But we didn't eat the fudge.
No, but we ate the samples.
We ate the samples in the store.
And so that was the sugar that I had.
Yeah.
And it just drove me nuts. It was hard to go to sleep, wondering where is the rest of this candy. I was thinking about every flavor. What else? What else is in that bag?
Well,
wondering what else that was in there. Oh, and I had a little pack, but it only had 2 of them. Razzles. It's the candy that turns into gum. Remember that from like the 70s?
No.
But anyway, that was the candy that I used to like from the 70s, and they had that, but they had it in a little, a teeny weeny little package as well as a big package. But I didn't need a big package. I just wanted to taste it for the memories. And so I had that too. And I just wanted more and more and more.
You know what?
It was terrible. So that was a big fat, and I'm calling it a camping mistake because if I wasn't camping and doing harvest hose, I wouldn't have made that mistake. And I'm sharing it though, because if you are taking a GLP-1 and if you're like, oh my gosh, because you can start on it. Your doctor always starts you on a small dose. Like Mounjaro starts at 2.5 milligrams, and you take a shot once a week at the 2.5 milligrams. Well, I've been doing this for 79 weeks. This is my 79th shot, and I'm now taking 12.5 milligrams. The highest dose is 15 milligrams, but 12.5 does the trick for me. But some people say, oh, I'm getting used to it, or do you get used to it? And I feel like I need to up my dose, or it's not working as much as it used to. Really look, what are you eating? Because if you eat something that's very high in carbohydrates without having some protein and fat with it and fiber with it, it overrides your Mounjaro or Zepbound, Wegovy, any of these GLP-1s. If you're taking in pure sugar or white bread things turn into sugar in your body. If you're having a lot of that without protein with it, without some of these other things with it, then it will override your GLP-1 and you'll be hungry. and you'll eat more, and you won't lose weight. You might even gain weight. So that is my tip of the week. And I really do appreciate that Kismet gave us the opportunity to sleep in their very quiet, nice, big, huge parking lot. I do appreciate them for that. In the future, I probably will stay at the Walmart down the street, or at Planet Fitness on one of their 24-hour days. There's five days that they do 24 hours, so it'd be easy to stay in their parking lot, work out, shower, and sleep for a little bit. But on Sundays they close early, and so I wouldn't do it on a Sunday night. So I guess I would have done Walmart probably, or not do the fudge samples when going through, and just getting what the kids want. I don't know. It was too hard. It was too hard. I've got to stay out of. I got to stay out of candy stores like that.
I think a couple of things, though. You ready?
Yeah.
One, when something like this happens, you can use this as a lesson to remember. I want to remember how I felt right now that I ate too much of the stuff that overrode my Mounjaro. Just remember this for next time. Imprint it on your memory now. But also, even so, don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
However it is. You can, you know what? We
learn from your mistakes. But that's why I'm sharing this.
We have an Embassy
other
RV.
People don't make that mistake.
We have an Embassy RV.
We
do not have a DeLorean.
No.
We cannot go 88 miles per hour and go back in the past and take that out of your mouth.
It's so funny. And I thought I was doing so good because I was reading labels and I was like, okay, this watermelon airhead, because I love things that are watermelon flavored, especially in candies of any kind. And I'm like, it only has 60 calories. That's not bad. And then the Smarties, when my kids would go trick or treating, they knew when they'd come home, they would share stuff with me, and they knew that they would give me their Smarties because they really didn't care for Smarties. And I love Smarties because I loved them from when I was a little kid. And they would give me their banana Laffy Taffies.
That was the Halloween tax.
Yeah, that was the Halloween tax for Mom taking them out everywhere. So I thought I was doing good. Oh, and I was like, there's only 25 calories in one little package of Smarties. That's not bad, but I got a box of them. So there was 14 25-calorie things in there. And
well, for those candies, they got the bliss point just right to make sure that you're going to want to eat more. And
they really did for me.
So, but don't beat yourself up, Gina.
No.
Don't beat me up either. But, and anyway, here TM says, did I miss the notification? Happy Monday.
Yeah, I usually do my Mounjaro Monday lives at, I think it's 7:00 Central, 8:00 Eastern, 5:00 in Arizona at my house in the summertime. But we are going to another campground in Minnesota, and in the Minnesota parks,
and a lot
of parks, including a lot of the ones we went to Michigan too, there's no cell service.
In some areas, at least.
So I knew there was no way I'd be able to do my Mounjaro Monday live this evening because we're going to be at camp. And so while we're in a city right now, I knew we'd have good cell service. So that's why I went early. So people only got a 20-minute notice before going live this time. But I wanted to be sure. And I'm live on both of my channels. So because if anyone has any camping questions, and there was a lot about harvest hosts and in this as well. So I thought I might as well go live in both channels.
TM says party over there in Minnesota.
Absolutely.
You want to ask if anybody has questions?
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions or comments? And I'm going to give myself my shot too while I'm thinking about it.
I'll watch the comments here.
Yep.
While you get ready to do your shot. Here's one.
Go ahead.
Jill Amati says,
hi, Jill.
Hi, do you cook a lot of your food?
Yes. And Jill is a brand new Embassy RV owner, and she just retired July 1st. So congratulations,
Hey,
Jill.
should I show what's in our freezer?
Sure. You know, that's one of my jokes. I went and I visit some of my friends who also are taking Mounjaro, and I've been able to visit them in other states, you know, when we're traveling through. And when I visited my friend Mindy McCamey, she's lost 100 pounds on Mounjaro. And so I asked her while we were taping in her kitchen, I'm
live.
like,
You
live
on the video. You said, "Hey,
what's in your fridge?" For someone who's lost 100 pounds, we want to
inquiring minds want to know."
And we opened up her refrigerator. Oh my gosh. You know, she was the person to surprise that with, because her husband is like a chef. He is so crazy fabulous, and he cooks the most healthy meals, and their refrigerator was so clean and had so much fresh produce and fresh chicken in there. It was really fun, except for their one door on the refrigerator full of different hot sauces. And that was kind of fun looking at all the spices. It was almost like being in a grocery store in the aisle, the hot sauce aisle. They had like everything. It was amazing.
So do you want me to show the refrigerator
we'll show you
too?
what's in our fridge.
Okay.
And Jill, I do a lot of my I do a ton of cooking before I leave on a big long trip. I make things in big batches. I freeze it in small containers, and then I fill the refrigerator and the freezer with frozen food, and then we eat the frozen food in the refrigerator first as it thaws out. It'll last longer if it's starting off frozen than if I'm starting it at at regular refrigerator temperature. So that's what we've been doing. But yeah, and then we buy more produce and stuff
in Jeff's fridge.
Yeah. Well, here, let me give myself my shot.
Go ahead and give yourself a shot.
Will show you guys, and I think Mindy will appreciate it since I did it to her. I didn't know we were going to show our refrigerator and freezer today, but we will. All right.
Where are you giving your shot?
I'm going to give myself my shot on my stomach today.
Okay.
Nice and easy. Last week I did my my upper thigh. Okay. First thing you do, you take off the gray cap. You go from unlock or from lock to unlock.
Okay.
And then.
And you wiped it with the alcohol
swab
pad first. Okay.
And then you push and hold. And it sounds really painful. Oh my gosh, to give yourself a shot in the stomach. It doesn't hurt at all, especially if you leave it out of the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes.
Did you hear that?
Yep, there's the second
two little clicks. First one's louder than the other. And that's it. Wait, let me see. Did you scream?
No, easy peasy. Didn't hurt at all.
And you can tell it's gone out of there because the little plunger is
right here.
Right,
yep.
Yeah.
There's no more liquid with a little bubble
goes back and forth.
Yep, it is all gone. Okay, so I got that done.
Okay, I'm gonna go look in the fridge now.
Yeah,
ready?
Let's see what we got in the fridge.
Oh, by the way, on the counter, we have bananas. And inside the fridge, let's see what we have in here. We have a couple of things we don't want to get hot. We have, what is this? Oh, okay. There's jam. There's Fairlife milk, chocolate, and
and that barbecue sauce that we got at one of our
harvest sauce. There's no label on it, but it is so delicious. Oh my gosh!
It was Northwoods Brewery that we got that barbecue sauce from.
We have bell peppers. We're going to cut up and eat slices of. We have
red grapes and green grapes.
We have
cuties,
mandarin oranges.
We've got more Mounjaro.
We have
envy apples.
Don't let those fall out. Okay.
I've got one
Bye.
And it's got it's made with coconut water as well as uses a little bit of stevia and a little bit of monk fruit.
There's another buy up here too. Yummy.
What's this? Oh, this is leftovers. This is
pizza
half
muffins.
Half of
a
enchilada from Kelly's in Sterling, Illinois, and a little bit of what was frozen pizza muffins from Floridino's in Arizona.
And we have a little thermometer here to make sure that we're in a good temperature. Let's see. This is what's on your back there? We
that
went to
is cheese
Wisconsin.
curds. When you go to Wisconsin, you got to get the cheese curds. So here's some
What flavor is that?
bacon and onion
Ooh.
cheddar cheese.
We haven't
curds.
opened that one yet.
Nope.
And
And
there
then-
is some sharp cheddar.
And we got that in Cuba City at Weber's, maybe it starts with the W, a meat store.
And then we got some
Liverwurst.
liverwurst and spreadable cheese. And some other kinds of cheeses in here too.
Pepper jack cheese sticks. Some Oikos.
Oikos 000 yogurt. Ooh, that is so good.
Oh, and we still have 2 left of the brats of Wisconsin brats that my mom boiled in beer and grilled for us. So all we have to do is heat them up in the microwave.
And Nathan's hot dog.
And Nathan's.
At the Walmart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Walmart.
Oh, okay. And we do have, hey, remember when we said this was a mistake? Well, sorry about that. Let's see. We do have some comments here. And sorry, I was going to show the freezer drawer
yeah.
too.
Okay.
And
So now
open that
the
up.
freezer. And it's got a cute little lock that keeps it closed.
Oh, we're driving.
I really appreciate that Nova Cool has that.
Wait a minute. Be careful. Don't knock into that.
Oh yeah,
door
this
there.
is where our bathroom
Okay.
is back there.
Pull it all the way out. Is that all the way out?
All right.
Let me go ahead and just, you know what? We're not going to go through everything in there. Just set it down. We have put those things down.
All right.
We have some things that fit in Ziploc baggies. We put them on top. But as you can see, lift the things in the Ziplocs again. That one too. We have these Rubbermaid containers. They're half size and full size and deep and not as deep. But they are great for freezing in advance and then putting them into the freezer drawer. We have a couple of layers of stuff in there.
Oh, good. We got another sausage, potato, and onion. I'm glad I'm not all out of that yet.
Okay, Gina.
So yeah. So chili,
Gina,
soups.
Gina, it was hard to make everything stay in there and not fall behind. So can you put it back in the same way it was just in there?
That's perfect. It's there.
Okay, good.
There we go.
And lock it. There we go.
Unlocked. So there you have. And then we've got a pantry too.
Okay, we got some questions. Why don't you sit down?
Sure.
We'll
Oh, okay.
answer them.
All right.
The social contract is let's show them what's in our fridge. All right, let's see. Did I miss notification? Party over there. Oh, Jill and Marty. Oh, do you cook a lot of your food? We got that already. Hold on.
Yeah, and we use the microwave, Jill, all the time. So we heat things up in the microwave, or we'll eat some things that are cold, like cottage cheese with some fruit in it,
Or the yogurt.
or the yogurts.
Mhm.
And then we'll eat things from the pantry. We always have bread, so we could make peanut butter and jelly if we need to, or whatever. We don't bring anymore our pots and pans and the inverter stovetop that we can plug in to use, because
it's not inverter, it's induction.
induction. I'm sorry, not inverter. Induction.
We have to turn the inverter around to use it.
Right. To save space, because we noticed we've never even tried it. We've not plugged in to see even if it works. we had our first big 6-week trip we took in the fall. We had everything. We had the special pots and pans that would work on the induction stove top, but
We didn't use it.
we didn't use it.
And so then we're carrying around stuff we don't even use, and we
Yeah.
can't store some things that we do need to use.
Exactly. So we decided, that's not our style. Our style is to pre-cook as much as we can, and then just heat things up in the microwave, or eat some meals that are cold meals, like a salad, or cottage cheese with fruit on it, or sandwiches. That
And
kind
if
of
we
thing.
do go to a restaurant and we have the ability to take the leftovers home and put them in Ziploc baggies like you saw, put stuff in the
Right.
freezer or in the fridge just to heat up in the microwave later.
Yeah, exactly. So and then it saves us. We give more shelf space that we can put other things in.
Alonda says, hey, happy camping.
Hi, Alonda.
And let's see, TM says, question, can an embassy RV be rented before buying?
Oh, that is a great question.
I have not heard of any that you can do that with.
No.
But
No. I mean, maybe
sometimes if someone's trying to sell theirs,
they
might do that sort of thing. But
right.
The embassy RVs that you see out there were custom made for each person who ordered it in these colors and these trims and all that sort of thing. So
Yeah.
they
most people once they buy an embassy RV, they don't sell them. There were some that were being sold recently where there was like a few at a time, because Embassy started creating a bigger RV that's considered a B plus RV called the Cape Cod. And so some people traded their this model is called the Dolphin. The Dolphin,
and it's built
S.
on a Ford Transit.
Mhm.
It's like a passenger van, but inside it's not passenger seats. It is an RV with beds.
So with beds,
We have a curtain we put up
couches,
here,
yeah.
but on the other side is the cab.
is the
And
cab. And then
over
behind
there-
that black curtain there is where the toilet is, and then what we call the garage.
And I just closed that because actually we have the air conditioning on here, and I thought it might cool down a little better with a smaller space to
Right,
cool.
because we just finished working out at Planet Fitness and showered and everything and worked out. So the van was sitting in the sun for a couple hours.
Plus, we were
and so we wanted
inside,
to
working out.
really cool things off really quick and then create our video before going to camp.
Jill Amati says, Yahoo! And she also says, Alan plans on cooking. Our first trip is in 2 weeks to test our van out.
Yay! I'll be interested to hear how you do, Jill. And if you have any questions, we can be your you're my friend on Facebook
call a
too.
friend
Just
or phone a friend.
So
But
just
you can-
message us and we'll try to help you out if you have any.
You know what? And the embassy owners and Wannabes
Facebook group. Oh my gosh.
is so helpful because
So
anytime
helpful.
at all, there's somebody who's up
Mhm.
and can help you.
Yeah, even if it's 3 a.m. and something's not working for you, if you write on the Embassy Owners Wannabes Facebook page, somebody's up.
You can do
somewhere.
a search on there and find some very good advice by
that's
all
true.
kinds of people who
Yep.
know what they're talking about.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
So you're in good hands, Jill.
Jill Amati says, awesome.
For us, RJ Boyle was our dial-a-friend.
Bowl.
RJ Bowl. BOHL. He was our special friend.
Logan says,
Hi, Logan.
How many mistakes did you make?
One huge mistake.
Well, we
too
made
much candy.
Maybe the first mistake was choosing that as our harvest host. Second mistake was, let's just sample all of the different fudges and then not buy them. I mean,
well, I think we should have stuck with just one flavor. Sampled the fudges and then picked one flavor of fudge instead of four, all four.
And then the other one was contacting our kids and saying, what kind of candy do you want? We're going to buy $50 worth.
Yeah.
So is that 3 mistakes maybe?
Yeah. Oh gosh. A few mistakes.
Jill Amati says, lost you. I don't know if we came back or not. Let's see. And
That may have been when we were lost, when you
right when I
hit a button or
yeah,
something.
I'm doing this on my phone, and so if you touch something, oh shoot, I just went to Google search or something. Oh, and Jill Amati says, "Oh, cool, Rubbermaid. Yes, those
Yep.
are Rubbermaid containers, and I like how they snap on top and they're airtight. They
And
say
they
that you
fit
can
really
actually,
nicely in
yeah,
our
they
little,
stack,
in our Novo Cool.
but also
Freezer.
they stack. Like one is built to have the other one exactly stack on top, or two
Or
of the
two
little ones on
on
top.
top of the big
Yeah,
one.
it just is very nice. And let's see. And Jill Amati says, "Really? Alan thought he used the inverter. Wow. You know what? We do. I think you're talking about the
The induction stove.
induction
Yeah.
stovetop. You know what? I would say
If you love
try
to
it.
cook and you love to cook on the road, so it just depends on the people.
Yeah.
You know, even at home, I'm not someone who really loves cooking. And so
We do have a induction stovetop at home.
yeah,
Our home
actually our home
stovetop
stove
is induction. We
induction.
really like it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? If we have stuff like, for instance, Gina makes a wonderful chili. Oh my gosh, it's like my favorite chili. And you know what? Sometimes I like to just have a good chili dog. So we bought the Nathan's hot dogs. We have the
and
buns,
we got the buns in
the
our
pantry, and you can
and
just
then I'll put some of the chili on there and a little bit of
but you cooked it at home first in batches so that we can bring it frozen in the van.
Yeah.
So it's really depends on what you want to do.
Fast for us.
Fast is fun.
Is the way we like to go. But people who really love cooking and the whole putting everything together. My mother loves to cook, and she's like a fancy chef. Then people who really love to cook, they're going to want to have their induction stovetop plug in.
It's a great way to cook.
Oh yeah, yeah, and bring your pots and pans, and yes, you can cook in your van very easily.
And I think it really beats having propane to worry about, and propane
there's no propane in Embassy RV.
And propane actually brings moisture into your van, which can be a problem, and also it's fire in your van. Yeah. So I mean, if you're looking at a good solution, having enough electricity to be able to run an induction cooktop
is a great way to go. So yeah, absolutely, you could totally cook that way. You can. And like I say, for me,
but everybody's different.
I prefer just reheating my food and cooking when I'm home. And then I just reheat in the microwave, or I make things that are cool.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons we really like Embassy RVs. Mm-hmm. Stella says, "Hey, Gina."
Hi, Stella.
And let's see. Oh, Jill says, "I don't think so." And you know what? I'm not sure what that refers to. Maybe, can you see us? I'm not sure. Sorry, I had a little boo-boo there. And I'm glad you're back. Oh, here she goes. She's back. And Journey of Life says, "One day we would like to buy an RV and travel all 50 states." Well,
that's what I'm trying to do.
There's going to be 2 states, so it will be a little bit of a problem.
Well, no, Alaska you can drive to. It's just Hawaii.
Maybe Hawaii. Well, it's hard to drive to Alaska. You can't drive to
Hawaii.
It's hard to drive to Alaska too.
Yeah, you can though, and there are Bob and Deb Scott. They drove to
yes, they did
Canada, and they did it.
And Alaska.
I mean, Alaska. Well, they probably did Canada too, but they drove to Alaska in their Embassy RV. I remember they posted a lot of pictures in the Embassy Owners and Wannabes Facebook group, which was kind of neat seeing all those. But Jeff and I don't think we're as adventurous to do that. I actually would like to do an Alaskan cruise, and I want to do a Hawaii cruise, and that way the other 48 states, I want to hit every single one. I've even told Jeff that on this trip, before we go back to Arizona, I want to go to North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wyoming, because those are 3 more states I've never been to. And I've never been to Minnesota before, which I can't believe, because I grew up in Illinois. So Minnesota wasn't that far away, but I've never been. And so it's been really fun. And I will come back to Minnesota again because their state parks are awesome. And they're only $25 a night, which is really affordable too, because they have showers and all
Are
of
some
that.
of them
They're
more
wonderful.
expensive?
Nope. I think all of them are 25 because every one that I've tried to stay at so far, even the fancier ones, $25 a night. Can't beat that.
Journey of Life says, I have a lot to learn from you two.
Aw.
And Jill Amati says, do you have issues with mice?
Not yet. One of my favorite YouTubers that we watched a lot of YouTube before we decided to be RVers, a lot, years worth. And one of my favorite is Creativity RV. And there was a time that she had mice in her van, but so far, so good. We've not had any rodent or insect issues in our Embassy RV. And this is our third trip that's been super long.
Uh-huh. And I don't know if it makes a difference, but I do empty the garbage out into dumpsters often.
You know what? There's another thing too that Terry talks about. There's some tube in the back with our garage that he has plugged for us, so that way mice don't come in.
Yeah, there. For instance, if you wanted to run a water hose, like having city water attached to the van, that goes up through a hole underneath the back of the van. But that has a plug on top of it. And then when you remove that plug to put the hose through, you take steel wool and you crowd it around the space around the hose so that a mouse, number one, can't get through it, and number two, they don't want to be chewing on steel wool to be able to try to get through either.
Yeah.
So,
but
was it steel wool or was it
I think it was steel
Brillo
wool,
or something
like
that?
the SOS pads.
Yeah. So no, we haven't had that.
We haven't had that issue yet.
At least yet.
I hope we never get
do.
it, but you never know when you're camping.
And TM says, is there an option for adding a modem for internet connection? Wait a minute.
Tell about the Ford app.
Yeah, the Ford Transit comes with a built-in modem that is intended, for instance, say you have a passenger van and you're using it to transport a bunch of kids or a family or something like that. You've maybe seen these kind of passenger vans and shuttles for airport rent-a-car places and stuff like that. They take a whole bunch of people to one part of the airport or not. It's a big van with lots of seats in it. Well, they have Wi-Fi in the van that you can pay for AT&T services to run. And we have done that. Number one, because we have Verizon on our phones and we have AT&T on the transit, so that if there is a spot that has better coverage from one than the other, then we'll still be able to
and
maybe have internet
Jeff's
access.
Driving, I have my cell phone available because actually while Jeff's driving, I'm the one who finds us a place to stay for that night.
You can
I can use the
Verizon
AT&T
or the Verizon cell service that's built into your phone, or it also can connect to the Wi-Fi, which is in the van, which is going through AT&T.
Right. So it really gives me better coverage because my phone will figure out if I lose AT&T Wi-Fi, if it's not a good AT&T coverage area, then it'll go from Wi-Fi to just my regular Verizon. So I usually when we're driving, I have at least a little bit of internet different places.
We've done one thing new, Gina, one thing new today that I've never done before.
What's that?
When I was putting into Google Maps so I would know where to get to this camp, I was remembering, oh shoot, the last camp we went to, it was kind of out in the boonies and primitive, and it didn't have very good cell coverage.
Right.
When I put the directions in or asked for the directions from Google Maps, it said, would you like to download the directions for getting here so that
Oh.
even if you lose signal, you
We'd
will
still
still
have
be
the
able to
map.
have the map telling you where to go.
Oh, good. That's
Now,
a really good idea,
I
Jeff.
haven't put it to use yet, and hopefully we'll be fine. You know what? So far, we haven't had any trouble with that. But
Yeah.
maybe today will be different. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. Because we're going to be doing the North Shore stuff of Minnesota today.
And Journey of Life says, hi, Alanda. And let's see. Deb Zimmerman is in the house.
Deb.
And let's see, who else is in the house here? Journey of Life. Okay. A Journey of Life says, I've been to those states. Maybe I should have said 45 states. LOL. Right, because those already count. They count.
Yep.
And Journey of Life says, the ones I haven't seen yet. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And, you know, I'm trying to bring our van. We've named her Grace because we want to travel
yes.
in God's grace. And I want to bring our van Grace to all 48 states that are easy to drive to. And then we'll do, hopefully someday in the future, be able to do an Alaskan cruise and a Hawaiian cruise. And then I'll be able to say, yay, I've been to all the states.
And Jill Amati says, yes, use steel wool. Yeah, mice don't like to try to get through that. And TM says, I wish I could post pics of Alaska. So beautiful, and the cruise was wonderful.
Oh, you're so lucky. So you have done one of those. Yeah, all my friends and family that have done Alaskan cruises absolutely love it.
And Roads of Life. Robert, hi, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
One day I will actually pay attention and know when you are having a live. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't give a lot of advance notice. I think I did 10 or 15 minutes before we went live on the Embassy Owners and Wannabes Facebook group. But
sorry about that.
Yeah.
You know what? It's just difficult to do a live when you can't be sure that you're going to have internet cell service.
And while I have internet cell service, I'm like, let's do it. And I go live every Monday on my other YouTube channel, my Anchor Moments channel, when I give myself my Mounjaro shot. But since the big mistake I made was a camping mistake with my GLP-1, I thought this would be perfect to be able to go live in both groups because we can answer questions about camping as well as answering questions about GLP-1s.
And Robert also says, we have a phone using Visible, which uses the Verizon network, it's like he's saying. Our main phone is with AT&T, and the Ford uses AT&T whenever the engine is running. In fact, I think it runs a little bit after that too, and like 15 minutes maybe is what I've heard.
Okay.
And I think I was on Wi-Fi during this call, and I turned the engine off, and then after 15 minutes, it got a little hiccup in there, but it just went straight from that to Verizon, but I think it may have a little hiccup right there. Not a big deal. Okay, let's see.
Hey, and Robert, we did okay. We did a live, was that just yesterday? The live that we did at the Minnehaha Falls?
Yes.
And it was so funny. We started it at 9 o'clock and it was still beautiful outside and very, it was daylight. And then all of a sudden it started getting dark. And
all of a sudden, no, everyone else could tell that there was the passage of time. There was only one person who couldn't tell that time was passing. You know who that was?
And we were an hour from our Minnesota park that we were spending the night at. And then it hit me, they close at 10 o'clock.
Now,
can we get in? Because I remember seeing there were gates to this park. And
wait, before anyone thinks that we're crazy, we actually have been to a park in northern Arizona that you could get it through the gates up until like 10 o'clock in the evening, but then after that they would close the gates
and lock.
So you think, well, that's not very common, Jeff. I know. We didn't know though. We haven't.
And so I really didn't have to panic because
they left the gates open.
They leave the gates open. They only close those gates during the winter time when they're 100% closed.
But they also, the person in the little registration booth, they leave
Yeah,
at 10 or
10
whatever.
o'clock.
So
And so
you
there's
don't
no
have to
one at
work
that.
all night.
Yeah, at that registration booth. And this was our second night. So we'd already checked in the night
Yeah, we
before. We were
checked in,
doing two
yeah.
nights in a row, and it was our second night. So actually we were okay.
We
we
just
didn't know. And it was nicer for the campers that are in tents to hear us pull into our campsite.
Yeah.
They probably wouldn't have appreciated it if we came at midnight or 1 a.m. So it was good that we left when we did. But we did get into camp.
TM says, I'm also from Illinois. I don't think I mentioned that while we were on the cruise.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love Illinois. I grew up in northwestern Illinois.
Gina, I get it. This is from Robert. It looked like it all of a sudden got dark.
Yeah.
So Jeff has no idea what he's talking about. Oh,
They're like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, we gotta go.
Wait, Gina. I think he's being sarcastic.
Robert? No.
Okay. Let's
But
see.
it was funny. It was a little scary.
Yeah.
As we were
Yeah,
driving there, I was
just all of a
looking at
sudden,
places
it turned dark.
like if we're locked out of the camp and we can't get back to our campground spot that we already prepaid for, where will we go? So I was looking for things along the way, thinking, well, if we're locked out, maybe we could go here or here, But it was really kind of out in the boonies. There was a lot of nothing on the way to camp, but.
Yeah.
Fortunately,
It was just
fine.
Okay, I don't see any more comments. I think we got everybody.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for showing up on either of our channels, Anchor Moments RV or my other channel, Anchor Moments. I appreciate each and every one of you. It was very fun chatting with those of you who are able to chat live, because every time I do a video from either Anchor Moments RV or my other just plain old Anchor Moments YouTube channel, I do it for the power of one, in my hopes that there's at least one person that will watch and will enjoy it in any way. So thank you everybody who showed up today, and hold on to your anchor moments and make it a great day. Bye-bye.